Welcome to the studio today. Please tell me your name and your occupation.
Hello, Raj. My name is Tuong Phan, Tuongphan, spelling surname like Phan. And I am a professor teaching at university in Australia and also as a visiting professor in a number of university overseas. However, I'm here today as director of the charity not-for-profit organization called Schools for Future, which I founded about 6, 7 years ago.
Fantastic. Welcome. It's an honor to have you on the Busy Mums radio show. And a colleague of mine, Lizzie Nguyen, has recommended your organization. Now, Schools for the Future has an upcoming gala event. Tell us about that and its purpose.
The gala event is on the 1st of May this year, 26, at 6 o'clock at Bankstown at the restaurant called Liberty Palace on Chapel Road. The gala is the fundraising gala to help the children, particularly students who live in Southwest area, who have a very unfortunate background, whether they from immigrant, refugee background, that they don't have enough money even to feed the children day to day or buy an uniform, shoes, school equipment. Particularly those that don't have mothers, who don't have the family support, and they're under the care of someone else or institution. So that's the purpose.
Dr. Phan, why did
Yeah,
you get involved in this cause?
because of my university job, I do a lot of traveling. So I can open my eye and see around the world so much of poverty, so much of suffering, and little of help, even though we have so much of charity, even international charity, things like that. But the help is not reaching out wide and deep enough. So I think everybody put a hands in, then hopefully in future would be better. And because of my background, I invested my energy into education because at the moment, still millions of children cannot go to school and million of children were able to go to school but stop at year 2. Because of finance, because of the war, because of a lot of other reasons. But the main reason is that because their parents did not go to school, they have no concept of the benefit of education to their children's future and to the community well-being and to civilization. Because they suffer the same thing.
Dr. Phan, give me an example of a case study where a child who had no support has grown into an outstanding community member.
Children that have no support go to community, become a head figure or supportive figure. We can see that every day among Vietnamese community. For example, myself is in Vietnamese. I came here as refugee and without any support from any family member because I did not have any. But also many, and in your community as well, we can see profile of a lot of leader now. So with the hand of the community help for people who don't have family support can be able to stand up, but very hard to be stand up by yourself without encouragement from your group, your peer, your community. I went to Vietnam, to Africa to build schools for children in the area that they don't have school and they're very poor, they can't have funding. In Australia, although all children have to go to school by law, not all children have an opportunity to reach out to their maximum capacity because of the marginalized background.
So give me a case study in Sydney, for example. Who are you helping at the moment?
The year before last, we help Catholic care, even though normally people think Catholic schools are rich. But in fact, because of zoning, so still have a lot of poor children go to Catholic school. So the manager of in-school program contacted me and we were able to help them with more than $10,000 So they do a lot of scholarship, buy a lot of computers and other school equipment, and also a little bit of fun for them to go to Easter show. And last year we in cooperation with Smith family, and we also raised a lot of thousands of dollars for Smith family, and we're very happy because Smith family very well organized. They got scholarship for everything, scholarship for computing, for school equipment, or for breakfast program, or even for mothers who can put petrol to drive children to school, or buy bus ticket to let them children to have a little bit of fun here and there.
Dr. Phan, what is your estimate to raise a child? How much does it actually cost?
Very expensive. Because, for example, the go to a camp for a child at the school, minimum of $500 to $800 per trip. And that, so for some will say that, why is that camping important? No, camping nowadays is not just go and sleep on the floor. Camping is very important because that is extra curriculum study, social communication, leadership skills, and even some camp that organize that for students to improve their English as well. If you see that the school uniform is not less than $100, I'm talking about primary school.
Dr. Phan, so you yourself as a refugee migrant is now educated and seeing the world and making a change in Sydney. What is your hope for the future?
The School for Future committed to human rights, to equal opportunity, to equity. The School for Future have committed to equality, that every child will go to school, and equity, that means every child, once they go to school, they have an opportunity to reach their maximum capacity to finish their schooling up to university level, so that they can have job and they can become resilient and reliable and also dependable person, community members. We are assisting United Nations developmental goal 4 and 10. That means we try to be up 2030, the equality and equity in school, in education, have to be reached to a certain level that a lot better than now. That is my personal goal as well.
Dr. Phan, tell us about some of the scholarships that you've raised money for.
The scholarship that we raise money for is apart from the Smith family and Catholic Care. Christmas last year, we also provided a Christmas hamper for Maryland's school in New South Wales. Though that school, the children have mentally ill, mild and severe, but they're doing really well. The school put a lot of effort in there. So we raised about 40, 50 container of gift to give it to them. So some of that will be school equipment, but most of that is for them to have a bit of fun to bring back to home and enjoy themselves. But unfortunately, quite the majority of those, they don't have family. They adopted, they live in an institution. So we can see that the need is tremendous.
So, Dr. Phan, you're specializing in children without families, without parents, mothers. Tell us about that. Where do you find these children?
The children just recommended, but the organization, relevant organization, contacted us, and we studied the case, and then we just provide support. This year, we also hope that we could initiate the thing called Advocate Mother Network. So I hope that community will put hand up and join us, because even if you could take care of the child for a few hours, not even physical, might be on the phone talking with them, Zoom, give them a bit of hope and love, that would be tremendous. So this time we will do that. This time we're very fortunate. We have MP Z Soon, that's federal MP, who will open our event. And the special thing is that because of, we said, celebrate mother's love and care. So this time I was fortunate to meet quite a large number of ladies, seniors who are mother of poor and live up to more than 100 years old, and who tell us the story about they across the sea, across the border as a refugee to come here and raise up their children. And now each of them, most of them, each has about 7 to 80 family members, including grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. And those are marvelous example of how women resilient, love, compassion, and courage to contribute to society. Without those women, we don't have 70, 80 citizens that very active, very thoughtful to contribute to our society. So we are very thrilled with that. We have a video to display at the event.
That's a great story and great research and development into this, and it's definitely needed in Sydney. So you're servicing New South Wales as well as the other states?
Other state as well, but because of the ability is little by little, so we just go to one area and then we continue to go throughout.
And how many members are on your team?
Oh, talking about that. Very hard to find volunteer. So I welcome everybody, man, woman, children, adult, can be volunteer, join us to do the good work. Because young people, they have job, they have family, elderly people, a lot of health problem. So volunteer is really, really hard. At the moment, we have 5 particular very active, very devoting member is like anchor of our organization, but the list go to 15 regular volunteer participate in that. And at the event, we're very lucky we have a lot of other community volunteers just come in and give us a hand to do this and that to make the event so memorable and celebrating. And we appreciate your help. Yeah, we appreciate your help because the more boys we can have, the better it could be for the children.
Yeah. Any final words for the Busy Mums radio show audience?
The Busy Mum show, like you, and also the audiences, is that just be resilient. Continue with whatever you did doing. It was so hard. I have children. They are at the age of having children and running up and down here and there, driving, dropping, picking up, packing lunch. I understand the hard work. You don't even have a time to sit down, have a cup of tea or deep breath. So I really admire your work and the audience of this radio station. Keep doing that. And if you need any help, give me a call.
You like to come and volunteer? We also need volunteers as a
Of
short.
course, yeah.
Actually, we need youth presenters. We have
a youth presenter.
We have lots of spots for youth to develop their own radio careers.
Yeah. You could send me a little bit of information about that so I can tap in and be supportive.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Lovely. Thank you.